Assalamu alaikum, everyone. We are here another informative session about how to build effective teams. When we talk about teams, there always come three words in our mind that are the goals and roles and norms. Goals, if we have a definite and clear goals, then definitely the team will follow it. The team should realize what goals we have to achieve, then roles and responsibilities. Every member of team should know about the roles and responsibilities according to their fields and their subjective. Then the third one is norms. This is the most important thing. The norms are how ethically one person or team members, all team members follow that norms. For if we talk about a team, the collective efforts of lots of members who are people of the group or same or diverse capacities who works together to achieve a common objective goals but for a achievable and desirable goals.
Yes. As Simon said, a team is a group of people who put their efforts together. That group of people can be of similar or diverse in capacities, in their skills, in their behaviors, and everything. They put together efforts to achieve a common purpose. This is what a team is supposed to be, and this is how teams are formed. Then, since the team's objective is clear, it's then becomes, as Simon said, it's the norms. Mean the environment that we give to the team matters. That decides how productive or how unproductive that team can be. So it's the either way. It depends. How they are put together, how they are managed, how they are led, and how they follow the norms, what sort of the leadership styles they are governed by. That eventually decides how in a better level the outcome is achieved. So the key to the effective teams is to support and encourage each other to success. A team, when we say team, it's a group of the people. They are working together. This means that they are leading. Their aim is to achieve a purpose, achieve a goal, achieve something in a collective way. When they win, this is not an individual win. This is the team's win. So they put forth the efforts for not for their individual winning. They rather focus on the collective winning. So team is, if we move ahead, that what is the reason why teams are formed? When we have a common objective that is usually beyond the capacity of an individual, in such situation, we accumulate a group of people, we put together a group of people that can be diverse in nature, that we say usually cross-functional, that can be functional, that can be virtual, that we'll see later in the session, that when they are put together, that towards solving a common issue, a common problem, so that they are they synergized through their capacities, they synergized effectively through their skill sets, and then they maximize their output, and they work in a way that to achieve the purpose, that purpose is achieved in an effective way. So as I said, there are the top types of the teams. There are the different team types. There are the different teams types.
It's okay.
Functional, cross-functional, virtual, and self-directed. It's when we say the functional teams, they are made up of the same department. They are made up of the similar, like if we have a digital marketing team, then if there is one SEO team, SEO have the similar capacities. When they put forth, they are formed, they are in a group, they are called the functional teams. When we say then there is another, there can be a content team, there can be a social media team, same way,
Sales team.
we are sales team. When it's a cross-functional, this means that they can be from the diverse departments. One can be from the marketing, another can be from the executives, another can be from accounts, another can be from social media team. So these are the diverse capacities they put forth to, they are brought up together to achieve a common purpose. So there we call a cross-functional teams. Then it's a virtual, as we know, post-COVID. There's a new norm,
Yeah.
that now it's teams can be on site, teams can be remote. The people from the different geolocations within the country, that across the countries, across the borders, across the continents, doesn't matter where they are, they can be formed, they can be grouped together to achieve the similar purpose. Then those are called the virtual teams. Every team, of course, has a different set of ruling capacities, how they are operated, what are their prerequisites for their maximizing their outputs. So in same way, it's the self. There is another group that is called self-directed teams. Self-directed mean when they are the people who put the efforts, who are combined together. They are the sole decision makers. They are grouped together, and who are self-directed. Like there are the board of directors of a company who are meeting together. Everyone has their own say. Everyone has their own decision making powers. One is from accounts, one is from the CDO, one is from the CFO. So they collectively form a self-directed team. If we move ahead, now we say that what why effective team is important. This is very important thing to know, that by a team, once a team is formed, and if we put an effort on making that team more and can give us in return. So if we will quickly review the few surveys. There's like 37, through a survey of the Gallup that they did, 37% of the employees or the team members, they say that the reason for their standing in an organization, stay in an organization, is because that they have the great teams where they learn, where they groom, where they enjoy, where they are heard, where they are able to openly express themselves. There are lots of things. I mean, 37% have the only reason for staying in an organization
For many years.
yeah, it's just mean because they enjoy being part of a great team.
That team. Yes.
Yes.
Like research shows that engaged and effective team shows 21% greater profitability. And here is the source is the Gallup. Then 72% of organizations say team performance has a positive impact on productivity. This is source is Brandon Hall.
Yeah. So this is, I mean, a team's performance, or when we make a team productive, this is one benefit, of course, is that the objective is achieved in a good way. And another broader aspect is that we retain a good talent as well. So it's not the micro, it's the macro objective as well, macro benefit as well. That there are lots of other things that we are getting in return when we focus more on things or principles that builds teams more effective, that causes the team to perform at the maximum level, because teams are put together to fulfill the objective. So if they given the environment to flourish, then of course there will be the lots of benefits that comes along. So we will discuss few practices that can discourage team environment that can be catastrophic for a team. When we say a team, people are put together, but they are not actually they are not enjoying, or they are not being synergized to maximize their outputs. Because we are not giving them the norms, we are not giving them the environment that actually they desire, they are willing for. So let's move ahead. That one major thing is
Lack of leadership.
lack of leadership, or maybe I would say, yes, ineffective,
Ineffective.
yes, ineffectively management of the teams, or when there is no leadership involved, because at every step, teams needs care. It's like a team need attention. There are lots of things when people are together, lots of things can happen. How effectively, because in everyday life we know that things can happen, no one can stop. Either it's bad or good, things happens. But most important is that how we react or how we deal with it. This is where leadership comes. I mean, one in one situation, one exports, one directs the situation towards destruction, and the same situation, another person, he effectively pulls himself out and lead the situation towards the resolution.
Yes.
So this is how leadership, mean effective leadership, can make a team productive.
Yes.
And lack of leadership can mark a beginning of the low performers, performing teams, or destruction of the teams. People will work, but they will not be synergized to give maximum output.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now here is goal confusions. Another factor is to produce unproductive team is goal confusion. Clear shared goals are vital for teamwork. To combat goal confusion, teams should establish and agree upon objective through standardized goal setting protocols and clear workflow outlines.
Yeah. So if uh, I am given a task to perform something, if I am myself not clear in it, mean how I am supposed to achieve that. Mean how I supposed to accomplish that. Same way, if a team is not clear on what are the deliverables from them, they are not very much clear on it, then of course it's quite difficult to expect that they will deliver to the desired outcome. So making teams goals clear is very, very important. Then it's of course a communication gap. So if there is a communication gap, if people on my left, on the right, they are not at the same knowledge level, they are not about, it's not, I don't mean that the skill level or the knowledge level of the subjects, is rather the scenarios. I mean, what's going on, what is expected to be done today, what's expected to be done tomorrow or this week, and what we are accomplishing. These are various things that all the team members must be on the same page. If they're new, they are very much clear in a collective way, then this will be really good. And opposite to this, if there are gaps, if someone knows that this is a deliverable that we need to produce today, and another person says that it's fine if I don't know if it was supposed to be delivered today, then of course this will not lead to the effective outcome. This will lead to the problems, because when team will not be able to deliver something that is expected, then we will consider that a low performing or the failed team. Another thing is the trust. I mean, the more one is trusted, the more it becomes him or her responsible. So distrust leads to responsibility. So if we should when making effective teams, if we know that we have made them their goals very much clear, everybody is on the same page, then then they should be trusted. This is very, very important.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Another important aspect that mostly is overlooked is that teams, when in meeting or when working, they are dominated by the individual humans. Maybe there is a one team leader, he starts the meeting, he keep on speaking, and then ends up without listening to others. Then that is no more a team. That is the group of the people that is directed by through a person. When we say a team, this means that everyone, every teammate, every member must have say they must be given a chance to speak. They must they should be considered at equal level. Ideas should be welcomed. They should be encouraged to speak and encouraged to give their thoughts. This is how mean teams work.
Yeah. In short, respect to everyone's opinion.
Yes, exactly. In teams, when they work together, everyone should have equal respect, no matter if one is junior. Sometimes good ideas can come from the bottom. It's absolutely fine. So this is something should be taken care of. And team size, as team grows on a bigger, then it creates, of course, communication becomes challenge, and keeping all of them at the same page becomes a challenge. Such issues occurs. Keeping the team sizes a little bit small is a preferred way as compared to the larger sizes. Yeah. Then is accountability issue. If there is someone who knows that we had session on previously last week on responsibility and accountability, we effectively elaborated that how through a building culture of responsibility we can easily manage accountability seamlessly, I would say. If we encourage people to take responsibility, then accountability will not be an issue. So, of course, yeah, accountability is needed. But this, if you refer to our earlier video, last week video, then you will know that how accountability can be managed through establishing a culture of promoting a culture of responsibility. Yeah.
So here is 4 conflict resolution skills. Developing conflict resolution skills through the development workshops and adopting a predetermined process for conflict resolution can enhance teamwork.
Yeah. This is quite obvious, even if it's a family, if it's a friend trip of friends, if it's a classroom, same way if it's an organization, or same way if it's in a team. When people are together, they work together, or they roam around together, there are chances of conflicts. Conflicts can happen. Yes. No one can stop. So, but more importantly is that how those conflicts are mitigated, how they are handled, how they are led. As we mentioned, our first point that effective leadership is necessary for good or high performing teams. So if there is someone or the teams, they have a leader who is very good in conflict resolution, those teams will spend very less time on such unwanted or embarrassing scenarios. They will eventually come out of such things very fast because they are really good in managing and resoluting the conflicts. Then it's workflows mismanagement. Of course, when there are teams, there are softwares, there are tools, those are used to manage the workflows. If those workflows are not managed well, if they are overlooked, then what happens is that team will not be able to perform the way it is expected to be. Yeah. So it's the physical separation that can give issues as well. Potentially, I won't say that can, but potentially can, because if there are hybrid environment, there are 4, 5 members that are on one location, for 2, 3 members that are remote, then there are chances of their communication gaps. So in such cases, We need to effectively utilize communication channels and
Use
tools that,
communication
yes,
tools.
exactly, tools that are needed for the project management and everything, so that every team member is on the same page. There is no communication gap, and everyone is honored. Everyone is open to share their feedback. It's not that team on site has more preference, opinion in preference, as compared to the teams on the remote. They are put behind. It should not be so. Then it's the lack of incentive. People are working without any
Hmm.
significant
Without any
appreciation
reward.
or reward. This can also lead to demorale the people
Yeah,
over time.
demorale team.
They will take off in a good way, but they will not sustain there because they are not being praised, they are not being appreciated over what they are contributing. Appreciation, of course, is not the money always.
Hmm.
Is sometimes a
Yeah,
real a thanks,
sometimes
yeah, a
certificates.
thanks or certificates
Yes,
or
sometimes
any,
verbal good gestures.
yes, makes a bigger change. Yeah. So now we will turn the
Yeah,
coin to the other side. Now
how
we
to
will
build
move,
effective
yes,
teams.
move
Yes.
ahead to how thinking on over looking on the points that are if we consider those things, then this will lead us to building high performing or effective teams that will actually deliver whatever is assigned to. So most importantly is the clear goals. Clarity is of course needed.
Mm.
If they are very much clear on about what is needed, what is the desired outcome, each member is at equal level about their roles and responsibilities and what they are aiming to achieve, then you are halfway done. I used to say that one is how, another is what.
Mm.
So whenever some task is assigned, if we spend more time on what, then how becomes very, very simple. I would repeat again that if we spend or give it a thought more to the what, that what is needed, then how is needed will be simple. Because you are very much clear about what I mean, what you're very much clear about mean. Yeah. Then another moving ahead, that is the open
Communication.
communication. Then is the open communication. Like it should not be that two people are communicating separately and other people are. It should be that build a culture appreciates, which encourages communication, where people feel open to give their ideas, they feel open to raise issues, they feel open to collaborate on solutions. They are not scared that if they say that I'm blocked here, I'm stuck here, then what will be the consequences? It should not be so. Every time if something pops up, if something comes up with the problems, those problems should be welcomed in a very good way, and those persons should be helped so that they are encouraged again and again to bring up more and more queries. So communication should be very, very open. Yes, this is crucial to addressing the issues, because if if they are if they are discouraged from sharing their problems, then eventually this will affect the overall team's performance, because if someone is stuck and they are not able to deliver, then this will affect the team's productivity overall. Then
So,
it's, yeah,
yeah, recognition and rewards. Acknowledging individuals or team achievements can boost morale and encourage continued excellence and collaboration. The conflict resolutions, implementing effective conflict resolution strategies ensure that disagreements are addressed constructively and strengthening team cohesion.
yeah. So what here is the conflict. We highlighted this issue before as well as a problem, that if we are ineffective in addressing the conflicts, Now we are stressing the need that conflict resolution should be improved. And if it is managed well, then this will lead to the effective teams or high performing teams. So I will give you a few examples that what can be the healthy or what can be the unhealthy conflicts. Like conflict over ideas is fine. I mean, if I am giving some idea, another person is giving another idea, then both of those ideas are compared, and then one is chosen. These are, what is it? This is the healthy conflict. This is absolutely fine. I can come up with my solution, my way of solving an issue. Another person sitting beside me can come up with his own idea that can be better than me. Of course, it's fine. So everyone should accept that. It should not be, there should not be a rigidity factor. So, but unhealthy conflict is conflict over the personalities. Yeah, when there are personality clashes, this is the unhealthy conflict. So we should promote healthy conflicts and discourage the unhealthy conflicts. Then it's curiosity. Yeah, questions that come up in curiosity and questions that are more like the cross examinations. I mean, one is that I'm asking something that innately I feel that I should be able to know. This is question about something. This can be a question about a problem. This can be a question about the. Then questions are more like the cross examinations. Like I am questioning to mean taunt someone, some other person. I am questioning with some hidden objective in mind. My objective behind the question is not knowing about something. It is something else. So this is what is the this is the unhealthy conflict resolution that takes to the deteriorated situations where of course one should avoid to. Then another is that mutual respect is always maintained. If I'm saying something, I'm giving some idea, another person sitting beside me welcomes this instead of countering this. Is he should not be feel it like if I'm a junior, I'm giving some idea that is better than the idea given by a team lead, then that team lead should not be ego driven. He should not be egocentric. He should not mind it that how come he overruled my solution. It should not be so. One should be very much adaptable. One should be open-minded, of course. The team lead should welcome and appreciate the junior and accept the solution over his own. This is the culture that we should lead to. We should build. Yes, I mean, worth of the idea should be the priority instead of the human title. Yeah, it should be because instead of the who is saying this. Yes. Then it's moving ahead is that collaborative decision making. I mean, decision making should not be, as we mentioned earlier, meetings or decision making or everything should not be led by the individuals who are on the top. It should be the collaborative. If something is decided, if something is brought on the table, it should be everyone should be feel it open to give their ideas. Everyone should feel open to collaborate on the solutions, on the problems. This is how the ideal team should work. It should not be ruled by some few individuals on the top.
One or two persons.
Exactly. Then it's the regular iteration of the constructive feedback. Constructive feedback. It should not be that I'm objecting to, yes, I'm objecting to someone's capacity. I'm objecting or criticizing someone's solution that how bad he came up. It should not be so. If there is any feedback, it should be openly shared, yes, and it should be constructively in a way that another one we are guiding and another person on the other side should welcome that instead of taking it as an ego or personal taking it on a personal level. It should not be so. I mean, feedback should be given in a constructive way, and same way it should be accepted as well. That is the consistent professional development. Of course, alongside everything, norms, culture, everything, eventually when we put our hands to work, then it's the skill that is needed. that either we have capacity to execute that or not. So despite that environment, we need skill. And this is just similar to the sharpening the axe. If your axe is sharp, you will cut the tree fast. So we should consistently focus on professional development.
Career growth.
Yes, exactly. Organizations should consistently invest on human resource, team members, career development, educational development, everything. Yeah.
Here is another trust building activities. Manage trust accounts. For example, engaging in activities outside of work hours can build interpersonal trust and improve team dynamics.
Yeah.
Here is some withdrawals and deposit. We are going to comparison now.
Yeah. Withdrawal and deposit. I'll give you a concept. This is really good. I got to know recently that everyone in your surroundings, you should maintain their account balances. Just like we maintain account balance of our in banks, we take money slowly. We keep on spending, then we deposit, then we keep on spending. It goes up, sometime down. Same way, we should maintain accounts against the every individual that we come across. That account is that, say, a person we met, he's performing really good over time. Now his account balance is high. Then suddenly something happens. Maybe he is in a not a good situation. He has some family issues. He has some other issues. So if he is performing now below expectation, then he should not be put on the ground immediately. Rather, just like we pull out little money from the account and that our account does not goes to zero, it should be so that if we should take away a little thing from against his or her account instead of just putting under the ground that no, I do not trust this person anymore. So this is how trust
leverage to this.
Yes, exactly. This is how trust should work. It should not be that your trust is heightened at one stage and it comes down to the zero at the other stage about the very same person. It should not be so. Then there are some activities in the team that sometimes raises the trust level, and there are some things that decreases the trust level over time, like breaking the promise. If we do it once, there can be an issue. If we do it second time, there still can be issue. But if we keep on doing that, this means that we are no more trustable. We are no more reliable.
Because it makes some habits.
Exactly. Then it's you are driven by that habit. Yeah. Then keeping promises, of course, is on the other side is a really good thing. Then it's the kindness, and then it's the unkindness. How polite you are, how effective you are.
How effective way you handle the situations.
Handle the situation. And other side, you take things personally, or you come across in a hard way. Then this decreases your deposit. I hope please take this concept from the concept I given from when it's account deposit and withdrawal, just like deposit or withdrawal of the money. That it solely is, it comes down gradually or goes up gradually. It's like so. Then it's sometimes it's the pride or arrogance. Another other side is the sincere apologies. Yes. So on one side, if a junior,
we are defensive.
As we discussed, if a junior comes up with some idea, then the team lead has two possibilities in reaction. One is that he feel pride, and then he becomes more arrogant and behaves in a way that why he overruled my thoughts. Then another is that he should be very kind, sincere, and accept that.
Yes, being open to feedback.
Exactly. Yeah. And then one is that being defensive to the feedback. And others on other side is that being open to feedback, and every feedback makes you learn. It helps you improve. I usually say that it's just like a product. If one company is making this cup, and if they want to improve this, only way of improving this product is getting the consumer feedback, customer feedback.
Customer
So
feedback.
how mean companies encourage that, they even invest in channels, they will even give rewards to the people
Yes.
who come up with the feedback on their products. And the same way, if we are human, if we consider ourselves a product who is being utilized within our environment, and people are interacting with us, then same way we should encourage the feedback as well. It should not be taken personal. So, this is how teams should work. That if someone is giving feedback or someone who has been given feedback, both should take it optimistically. There should
Yes.
not be mistrust
Both
situation. There
should
should
be
not be.
take a constructive way.
Yeah, exactly. So as we said before, team means synergizing multiple capacities. The team mean synergizing
Multiple
multiple
capacities.
capacities. Mean when we form teams, when some task is beyond the capacity of an individual, we bring multiple people together. They have different capacities. They put their capacities together. They synergize, and how effectively they collaborate, how effectively they communicate, how good their trust level is, and how good their communication level is, how good their clarity is, will define that the desired outcome, how good it is. So we need to make sure that such things are taken care of. Then, of course, there are myths. I mean,
Yes.
sometimes some people say that we need high performers. High performance mean that there should be,
Yeah.
extraordinary experienced persons
Mm.
put together will deliver maximum. It's
Mhm.
not always true, of course. If one thing is talent, and another thing is the environment that they are provided. So sometimes it's usually said that, even a leader can bring up the weaker people and make an army, and if a person is not a leader,
Yeah.
they can even spoil the strongers.
Yes.
So this is what it is. If we follow the principles that we discussed, this will even no matter what capacity is, we can make a framework, make an environment that give people a chance to grow. They collaborate
Mm.
together and work
And
for the
always
desired
keep
outcome.
open for communication.
Exactly. Yes. Then a steep building about
Yes.
the habit and the norms. It's the environment that we cultivate. It's the culture that we build. How the people are handled, how they are put together, how they synergize together. We encourage collaboration. We encourage their open communication. They are brought on the same page. Yes, and they are very much clear on their deliverables. And this is how they work. Yeah.
Yes. Now this is another point is common understanding. Teams need clarify regarding their roles, responsibilities, and how these roles in connect. There should also be an emphasis on empathy. Then ensuring team members appreciate each other's background, strength, and preferences and culture differences.
Yeah.
Here, elaborate the diversity, respect each and every person's opinion, either he or she is junior or senior, but the team can collaborate each on each goals and subject with a very open-minded communication. It's not so that someone is from this background or someone is from that background, so how come I can accept this kind of opinion of this person? So the common understanding is the basic and fundamental kind of point of what effective team building.
Yeah. And when it comes to common understanding, it's both ways. One is, of course, the common objective that that team is going to address, or that team is working on. Another is that people should be self-aware, and they should be even aware of the capacities and the strengths and weaknesses of the persons on their left and right as well, other teammates as well. This is why we call it the empathy. They should know, they should be self-aware as well, and they should have complete understanding of the
Hmm.
other team members as well. This will, of course, help us a team perform really well. Then is the psychological safety. Very, very important is that people should be encouraged to share distractions. People should be encouraged to share their issues. There should be an environment where each and every issue or problem or blockage should be taken or welcomed and enjoyed. I mean, if it's welcome, it's celebrated. This means now this is not the celebration of that we discussed before. This is the celebration. Like if someone come up that I'm not able to do this, then we should happily entertain that. We should happily take that person, and every member of the team should feel encouraged, should feel pushed towards helping that person, and they should break this way. They will come up with the more and more issues, and then they will resolve it. The more rapidly they resolve such issues, this will lead to their
Yeah,
increased
definitely.
effectiveness.
Innovation and growth.
Yeah. So they should feel psychologically safe.
Safety.
I mean, they should, unlike contrary to this, there can be a situation where someone come up with the issue that I kept working on this thing, but I could not able to resolve it. And he is threatened. He's dealt with some bad words that how come you were not able to do this? Why you didn't this? Why you do this? Why you did not read these things? So instead of putting more into the criticism, we should rather welcome him,
Yes.
appreciate him, and then utilize every other team member's capacities to help him to get to know about that situation or that scenario.
Yeah.
Then I'm advocate of this terminology is pro-social purpose. One thing, of course, is like if I'm traveling, I will give you example of a daily life example. If we have we are thinking about going out for shopping, so we are leaving our home. Our destiny is some nearby mall. So this is where we are heading at that moment that we are going to mall. But objective is here is that we are going there for shopping. This shopping can be for Easter, for Eid, or anything. So the purpose is something else, but the task is that we are going to the
Something.
mall.
Yes.
So there can be a smaller, there can be a bigger purpose. When teams work, of course, there can be a team's deliverables from project to project. If it's a Scrum, this can be a 14, 2 weeks or 3 weeks time cycle. If it is the general project, then this can be of the larger time frame. But when the time frame ends, that scope is ended, then they will start working on another scope. That varies from the time to time, span to span. But alongside this, they should be kept aware of the bigger purpose, bigger cause, bigger social impact that their work will put on. So, like if we are working, we are here. We are giving you a section on effective team building. Our objective, bigger purpose is that trying up to our capacity to make an impact, to give the good ideas, to share the good information, to share the experiences, so that everyone, other people around us can get facilitated from this. This is the bigger purpose. The purpose of this specific session is effective team building. So when we work, there should be the micro purpose as well, and there should be broader purpose as well. So when teams are made very much clear on their broader impact, they will outperform. If we just keep them limited to the
Mm.
shorter canvas, then their outcome will suffer. I'm not saying that they will not come with the desired objective. They will do it, but there is a potential improvement there if we give them a broader idea of what we are aiming to achieve at the much bigger level. I hope you agree with this.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Say.
Then it's finally when we put together all of these things,
Mm.
we build trust, we maximize communication, we encourage people, we make them open to collaborate, we do not discourage dominances. Then
A culture as
this
exponential of
culture
relevance.
is built where their capacities of the individuals is synergized and they work together and they put forth their efforts for achieving their purpose, and they definitely achieve the desired objective.
Yes.
And if a team is achieving what is assigned to within or before the set time frame,
Mm.
those are considered the high performers.
Yes.
There's no blaming, no criticism,
Mm.
no conflicts, no personality clashes, no fights,
Yeah, happy
happy
environment.
environment.
Yes.
Yes,
And more productive environment is there.
more productive environment. This we call effective or high
Synergy.
performing teams. Yes, and
Yes.
this is how mean people are synergized together. It's not only their professional capacities. If it's there lots of things that are beyond their professional capacities.
Yes.
When they work together, we learn from each other and we learn from the environment, and that team building becomes a platform of growth, platform of delivery, rather than demoralizing
Yeah.
the individual's
Mm.
passions. So now, yes,
Yeah.
there are few things.
How true leadership can help in building effective teams.
Yeah,
So, leading by examples, creating a vision, building trust, facilitating open communication, empowering team members, promoting continuous learning, and recognizing and rewarding contributions, nurturing a positive team culture, encouraging diversity and inclusion.
yeah. This was more or less a quick recap of what we discussed throughout the session. That of course mean when we lead through examples, this creates authenticity. Mean if I'm advocating something, if I'm telling something, first it's necessary that I should practice it. So one should lead through examples. It's not that if I'm being hyper on smaller situations,
Yeah.
then I
And how
say
the team will
yes,
respond. Yes.
then I teach empathy. Then this does not make sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
And creating a vision, give
Yes.
a clear vision to your team. What's
Exactly.
your goals, what's your objective, and what objective you have to gain.
Yeah. So this was a quick recap that Simon mentioned. Uh, here we will conclude our session for today. Please give us your feedback,
Yes, sure.
and we will come up with the more good
And informative session,
informative
inshallah.
sessions. Yes, our aim is to make a positive impact and learn together. Everyone in this life is a student, at no matter at what age level we
Yes.
are, at what stage we are. Every time we are learning from
Yeah.
others, no matter if elders or youngers, we are learning. We are students. So a purpose of these sessions is that we collaborate on our knowledge, we collaborate on our thoughts. Some things we share. If you know something, you have ideas, please
No.
do write in comments.
Definitely, a knowledge should be shareable.
Yeah, yes.
Thank you so much. Take care, and inshallah, we will go live another session after it, inshallah.
Yeah.
Take care. Allah
Take care.
Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.